Hi everybody and welcome to our Freedom Lifestyle Road to Retirement event. Tonight we're going to be focusing on lots of really awesome ways to retire yourself early. So for most of us who you're here tonight, we have either retired ourselves early or we are working towards that as part of our long-term plan. So, how many of us at the moment are really finding kind of working that 9 to 5 job really difficult, really tiring, not really giving you that freedom that you really want to have? How many of you have this dream where you would love to actually leave your job, travel around the world, or I don't know, buy yourself a caravan and travel around the country, or just, have that time to be able to do other things that you really want to do, to spend it with loved ones. You might be a mum at home, or, going out to work, but you just want to hang at home with your children. You may just be someone who's got, aged parents and you want to be able to be at home to care for them. Whatever is going on in your world, so many of us are looking for more than what we've currently got. And for most of us, the 9 to 5 thing is getting old now. It's getting old, it's getting tiring, it's not giving us the freedom and the choices that we really want in our life. So that was me. I'm Tanya, and I have been part of this journey now in this business for 4 years. And when I first came into this, that's pretty much was my life. I was looking for something to get me out of my 9 to 5 job. I didn't like what I was doing at all. I felt really unappreciated and unhappy. And I didn't like the negative environment, and I couldn't stand being tied to something. I've always been someone who's wanted to do my own thing and have freedom of choice to be able to choose my day. I love being at home, but I also love traveling, and I love to be able to do way more with my life. So, and this is me. This is me now. I get to do that every day. I left my job, and this is what I do. And I absolutely love what I do. It's the best thing ever. So what you're going to hear tonight is you're going to hear about how we help people create that freedom, give people choices so that they can design their life the way they really want to. So we do this in 2 different ways. We support our customers to create a healthy lifestyle through our beautiful program, but we support and help others generate an income either alongside their business so that they can grow it to step away from their job and retire themselves early, like what we are doing or have done, or just to get a nice little income coming alongside their current job, so they've got a bit of a side hustle, or they may just want to get their products cheaper. Lots of ways that you can create whatever it is that you want. The world is your oyster with this incredible opportunity. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass you on over to the gorgeous Kieran, and she's going to tell us all about how do we support our customers. What's this about our amazing online program? What do we do? And what is our nutritional support? Take it away, girl.
Thanks, Tan. Hi, I am Kieran, and I have the privilege tonight of sharing with you about our amazing products and our phenomenal program, which both synergize together. I came across this program 2.5 years ago. I had come home to New Zealand after losing a baby and a child, decided to come home. But I was also, suffering from doing nana naps during the day. I was zero energy. I had no zest for life. I was constantly reaching for the quick fixes to get me through to the day. So obviously, binging on the sweets and things like that. My sleeping was absolutely freaking crap. And I was constantly waking up at night. I would drink boatloads of coffee and tea just to keep me going also. I was moody as all get out, and basically my fuse was short. I was in constant brain fog and feeling like life was no fun at all, because it wasn't. I would catch every sort of lurgy out there, cold and everything else. I'd take time off work. My asthma was a mess and wreaking havoc on my life, and I would catch infections. That was the norm, absolute norm. So you know, I actually literally fell across the amazing Soul Project program. And let me just tell you, the community is awesome. The program is amazing, an absolute game changer in the health department for me. What I love about the Soul Project program is we help our clients to obtain the best results we can through a holistic health program, which balances out, you know, mind, body, and soul. So you can't have one without the other, right? So I don't know about you, but when you look at doing a health program and a lifestyle change, it's freaking overwhelming and scary. So to have a program that we have that is designed to be simple and easy and available in one place, for me, freaking brilliant. Because I don't know about you, but I like to go to one place, you know. Hashtag one simple change, hashtag one stop exploring, which is what we offer. So in this, we have hundreds of recipes that are family friendly. So there's no making 5 meals at dinner for mamas and daddies out there. We have meal plans. We've got shopping lists. We also have, alongside of that, of course, we have the body side of things. So you've got workout programs, you've got yoga, you've got Pilates, the HIIT type thing. HIIT, yeah, high intensity training. And not to be forgotten, we also have a beautiful mindset programs where you've got meditations, you have affirmations, and really great ways of getting your mindset energized and zinging. So we also have, for those who are on a mission to downsize and lose some, drop that excess padding that some of us have, we've got 8-week challenges which boost the release of weight. So realistically, in a nutshell, this program is all about helping us to make small changes every day, which is getting back to the basics, and to create long-term sustainable changes without any deprivation. Sorry, I can't talk tonight. So alongside of this, we have, we partner with a company called Juice Plus, and we have whole food supplements that, in my personal opinion, and I've tried a few, are second to none. They're the highest quality out there. And oh, by the way, for all your researchers out there, we got the science and the research to back everything up. So the reason why we also recommend Juice Plus is because less than 1 out of 10 people eat less than the recommended daily dose of 5 to 9 servings of a variety of fruits and vegetables every day. So without further ado, let me introduce you to our products. We have what was known as our premiums right here. These are our fruits, veggies, and berries. They are amazing and synergize with our immune system. In this lot, you get 30 varieties of fruit, veggies, and berries. These are all vegan, they're non-GMO, and they are simply amazing for your immune system and work wonders. They come in great capsules. You can pull them apart for those who don't do them. We also have, holy cow, the best bit. I don't have my, hold on for a minute. For our children, we can't forget them. We have these amazing chews that you can get when you get an adult order. They are gummies, great for the kids who actually think they're lollies. So easy peasy in getting the fruits and veggies in them without them knowing. We also have our blended omegas. These are 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. And these are freaking awesome for our central nervous system. Wonderful, wonderful brain food, and which our body doesn't make naturally. They are also great with improving eye health, reducing inflammation, wonderful things for bone and joint health as well, which go marvelously with our other premium 3. And also they're sustainable. So we go straight to the algae, we skip the fish, and basically they taste amazing. They taste like orange, so no fishy flavor, and we're more sustainable with fish in the ocean. The last thing that we have on it are our complete shakes, which are fan-freaking-tastic. And these are wonderful to support our gut. So our gut needs to be supported. These are pre and probiotics, They are wonderful dietary fiber. They're low GI, gluten-free, and they are filled with plant protein, which helps us to repair the body. And thus, you know, allowing, when your gut's doing what it's doing, all the other nutrients you take are actually absorbed and utilized because they're all bioavailable. These little babies here are absolutely amazing for snacks. If you've got your gym junkies, you can put them in smoothies. If you're like me and like to travel, you can take these on the go so that you don't miss out and you're not eating crap food when you're on the road or traveling. I also like to put them into pancakes, which are amazing. And you can do bliss balls. There are a number of things that you can do. And for everybody who loves smoothies or in getting into them, cannot recommend them more highly enough. So basically, my biggest thing about all these products here is that they bridge the gap between what I do eat and what I should be eating. They are a complete package deal. They're micro and macronutrients which provide optimal health. So they also don't replace the food that we're eating. We're adding nutritional value on a daily basis that supports a piece of my jigsaw puzzle along my health journey. So as you can see, lots of energy, sleeping better, on here talking to you guys, and cannot recommend them highly enough. I am now going to pass you over to the beautiful Angela, who's going to share her story.
Hi guys, thanks for that. Yep. So I'm Angie or Angela. I tend to find I stand up straight when they say anyone says Angela, because that's what my mum used to say to me. So if you see him suddenly go, oh. But Mikey, yeah. So I basically come across the products and program coming up to nearly 2 years now. So it'll be 2 years in October. I sort of have to sort of pinch myself really to where I am now, to where I was, because I really took a massive dip in my health. I'd already suffered for many years back, take me back to a teen. I suffered really bad with my gut health. I tried different sort of things through the doctor, and I had lots of tests done, and there was nothing that was shown enough to say it was you know, anything sinister, but I suffered pretty much daily, and I really never got to the point where I felt like I had any kind of normal digestion. I was just always really drained from how I was feeling. So you know, back then my diet wouldn't have been great, you know, being a teenager and taking myself through my 20s and stuff, and it's just plagued me for a long time. So I've always sort of tried to you know, address what I'm eating and different things, but nothing seems to have made any difference over those years. So I sort of resided to the fact that I was always going to have this problem. So that was like the main thing that hit me from a younger age, that I, you know, health wise, I was never really feeling that I had any vitality. It was always sort of running on empty. But then take me back to about 4 years must be now. I got diagnosed with fibromyalgia, and that hit me really hard. It was good I got a diagnosis, don't get me wrong, because I had terrible brain fog, which I used to always put down to the fact that when I was ill with IBS, I used to get really bad headaches and I couldn't concentrate. You know, nowadays we can understand a little bit more about the gut and the brain connection, which back then wasn't something that was really researched. So fibromyalgia for me was just horrendous, because I went from somebody who, you know, used to be pretty active. I had my IBS issues, but, you know, I still felt like I kept in the game of life. But this wiped me out. So I would struggle even to make my own bed. I would literally cry to my husband in the morning, can you go to work later and help me make the bed? It was just, you know, I felt just a bit worthless at the time, to be honest. You know, just general chores with taking care of my family. I just was wiped out, and my mental health was starting to be affected by these things as well. And my working life. So I went from, you know, being able to work quite a lot of hours to scaling it back quite a lot, because I really needed to take care of myself. On the sort of other side of things. So I was working in childcare, but really what my passion was holistic health. So I really spent quite a lot of my free time when I had it, you know, working on building up, you know, my holistic health side of things. And I really worked a lot on myself. And that was really where I spent a lot of my time working on my mindset and things. But there was a massive, massive gap that I hadn't really dealt with. And that was the fact that I probably wasn't taking enough care of myself nutritionally. And, you know, coming across the products in the program wasn't really about me to start with. It was actually about my son. My youngest son is 8. I've also got an 18-year-old and I've got a 21-year-old. But my 8-year-old wouldn't eat things that I deemed healthy. And to, you know, I suppose I just knew that I struggled with things and I didn't want him to ever have the same kind of issues. So I was probably, you know, looking for something that was going to help him. I, you know, when I found out that you actually got your child's kids gummies like free with the products, I was like, oh, you know, I'll give these a go. Bearing in mind, I'd gone through quite a lot of natural health products because I did go through that stage of medical wasn't helping me. I wasn't interested in things with side effects. I was really cautious about what I would consume from my holistic point of view. So I tried a few other natural things and didn't help at all. So yeah, when it came to this, and so to take the products, I was like, I'll give this a go because it's going to help my son. And as a mother, you tend to sort of put your kids first quite a lot of the time. I couldn't believe it within a week. The energy that I was lacking to do a lot of the things that I wasn't able to do, that energy was there. And so I was like a little bit like, wow, if this is just placebo, then I'm happy with that. But over time, bearing in mind I've been on these products now for about 2 years, the kind of things that I was struggling with, the cognitive issues I was having, I started taking the omegas. So when I started taking the omegas, the cognitive clarity came. It meant that I could do things that I was not even anticipating on doing, which was like take on more study. I would not have been able to do that. I just didn't have the attention and I didn't have the concentration levels to do that. Immune system was starting to kick in, digestion was starting to kick in. You know, I went from somebody who had real big issues to suddenly knew what no issues was about, which was fascinating for me because I was like, is this what normal is? And yeah, I felt like that I could actually start to live my life again from a perspective of health other than suffering. So, you know, this whole side of my holistic journey, you know, a lot of other stuff was falling into place. And, you know, we had a discussion, myself and my husband, because I was on the products through lockdown, and we had, you know, we had to think about what was going on at that time. And unfortunately, at that time, my husband had to take a pay decrease to save others' jobs, which he did willingly, and we did what we could. But in that time, we had to decide whether we were able to continue to outlay certain costs that we were for our life and lifestyle and our needs. And I remember my husband, which was really quite emotional for me, because as a mother, majority of us say, well, I'll give up all the things that, you know, I have that are for me because the kids this and the bills that, and we had a discussion, and he just said, you know what, you've come on in leaps and bounds, like that's on the essential list. And I was like, you know, I was overwhelmed in the most positive of ways, because I just knew that I had made such an improvement. I want to go back to where I was. It wasn't something that I felt that, you know, I ever wanted to be in that place again. And for my husband to see the difference as well, who's quite a skeptic with things, he's like, you know, we did a multivitamin, you know, at the end of the day, you know, that gave us a bit of energy. Do you really need to buy all these other things? Or, you know, and I'm like, but we're looking at something natural. It's not synthetic. I'm not peeing out funny color wee. And, you know, I wanted to understand more about how this has helped me. So, you know, my study's gone on to mental health and nutrition. You know, I'm really taking it to the next steps now, because I know for somebody who suffers with fibromyalgia how debilitating it can be. And if I can go from where I was to where I am now, then I've got, you know, the best opportunity in the world to be able to share that with others. So that's what drew me into the business, because I'm somebody, and people that know me really well, they know, you know, I'm quite a passionate person, and you know, but benefit me in some kind of way, in the way that it's genuine to me. So I know that, you know, people who know me well enough know that, you know, if I've said it's helped me, then it's helped me, and if I'm willing to then support other people to do that, that's exactly what I'll do. And I suppose I sort of fell into the business side of things because I couldn't not. When I already work in holistic health, I was like, how can I have missed this big, massive area of improvement that I can share with other people? So yeah, it's took me on a massive journey that I'm so thankful for. You know, in that time, my husband, who was my biggest skeptic, like jumped on the products, and we sponsor 2 of our sons now. And you know, I just you know, whenever I've got, you know, cheese in the house and, you know, products on the side, I'm quite happy to say, like, this is what makes a difference to us. And they're wee little friends. My youngest one's 8. I'm like, yeah, try these. And then they eat them and I'm like, they're veggies. And they're like, what? So yeah, I'm pretty humbled by the journey, and I can't praise the products enough. And the business side of things has just been another avenue that has just blown my mind with support. Because any kind of journey you're on, whether it's health, you know, working journey, you know, family, friends, whatever it is, you're always looking to feel like you belong somewhere and you're connected. And yeah, I've felt that from day one. So I feel pretty blessed to be on a health journey that is benefiting me, that I can share with others and feel, you know, that there's a purpose back in my life again.
Right. So yeah. Thank you so much, Ange. Thank you so much. Lovely. I've never heard your story before, so it was really good to hear it.
Oh, thanks. I've got so much more I can share. You just need to curb me in, because I'll start on the life stage of where I'm at, being you know, dealing with that side of over 40.
Yes.
And I can talk about hormones as well, but me and Tan have related upon that before, saying it's really helped smooth those things out. So yeah, certainly helping me with every step of the way with my health. So things that I've only just sort of happened to sort of deal with in the last sort of 5 or 10 years, really. But, you know, in that time, knowing that I'm already on that road, like, I don't really worry about my health so much now. I just go out and enjoy life.
Thank you so much. Beautiful. It's great to hear your story. So while Ange kind of touched a little bit on the business side of things, that's what we're going to do now. We're going to kind of change it over a little bit, and we're going to look at how we support people to create that financial independence so they're able to make more choices for themselves. So, you know, when I first came into this, obviously, I came in as a customer and I jumped in pretty quickly, but I was pretty skeptical. I must admit, I had been involved in some dodgy things back in the 90s. And so I was a little bit wary about, is this the same thing? You know, is this something that's going to mean that I have to hassle all my friends? I was really concerned about that. I was also concerned about, do I have to sell stuff? Because I'm not a salesperson. I don't like sales at all. It's certainly not something that I never ever wanted to do. I used to way back when I first started. And, you know, the funny thing was, I didn't have to hassle any of my friends. I didn't have to sell anything, because at the end of the day, I was using something that I absolutely loved, that I believed in, that I saw the results in. Like Angie talked about, you know, the results that she was seeing from using the program. I had amazing results too on this program. And I saw it for myself and my daughter. And so for me, it was a no-brainer that I just share something I believed in. It's like referral marketing. It's like if you referred your best friend to your favorite hairdresser. But the difference is we get paid for it. So I thought, well, what's the difference? We're just going to get paid for something that we love anyway, so I may as well share it. And that's all I did. Honestly, that's all I did. And then you know, I ended up with some beautiful customers who were also my friends. And of course, they decided they wanted to share this too, because they loved it so much. And they wanted to also get some money back on it. So they thought, well, why not give this a go as well? So we ended up creating this beautiful team of people just because I was sharing something that I loved. That's all what it came from down to. And of course, at the time, I was also stuck in a job that I really didn't like. You heard me talking about that earlier. But what I didn't like about it too was not just the environment. Yes, it was a negative environment, but also I felt stuck. So I was down the bottom of this company, and I was one of the workers, one of the frontline workers. I got told when I could go to the toilet, how much I was going to get paid, what I had to do every day, when I could get time off, when I could take sick leave. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't make any of my own decisions. I was basically working, trading every time that I had for money, for someone else's dream. I was lining someone else's pocket. I was not doing what I wanted for myself. I was not creating my own future by lining my own pocket and having my own business. Now, I was always someone who wanted to have my own business, and I've had small businesses in the past, but we actually looked at, because my husband and I wanted to get ahead financially. We were sick and tired of not really having what we wanted, like the travel. Obviously, we didn't have the time freedom for the travel, but we also didn't have the income to be able to sustain that, plus have the home that we really wanted. And also our children were getting older, and we wanted to be able to support them financially if we could, and we were not in a position to do it with either of our jobs. Our income was pretty much capped. And so we thought, well, how are we going to make money? So we looked at traditional business. We actually looked at a franchise traditional business. We would have invested $300,000 to $400,000 for a business. That's just to start it up. Then there was the other ongoing costs. Plus, we would be lucky if we were going to make any money on it and profit within the first 5 years. We'd have to wait for 5 years before we're going to earn anything on it, because we'd be putting money straight back into our business. The other thing is we would be tied to our business. So there's no time freedom. So, when we think that we're going to own our own business, we think, oh yeah, lots of money, lots of time. It's not true. It's not true. This business is so much different, because the difference is we actually have time. So that's why you can build this around your job. So when I first started, I worked around my job and worked it to the point where I was able to step away from my job. So I was getting the same income, and I was able to step away. And that was exciting, because basically I was doing this on 1 to 2 hours every day, which is really great. Who would love to have a full-time income on 1 to 2 hours a day? That's really, really exciting. And for me, that is pretty much what I did. And here I am now. I get to choose what it is that I do in my day. I get to have coffee with my friends if I want. I get to write my book if I want. I get to go and visit my daughter down in Christchurch if I want. I can do whatever it is that I choose with my day, which is really cool. Plus, I'm getting, paid for way more than what I'm actually putting in. Now, the other thing that I was a little concerned about was that I was concerned that, that the person at the top gets all the money. So when we think about, a traditional business, we think about the CEO at the top, right? And then we've got all the different level of management. And then we've got our frontline workers down the bottom, which was me. You think the CEO is going to make a lot of money, and most of the time they do. But I tell you what, by the time they've got all of their outgoings that we don't have in this business, there's not a lot of money left. And they're pretty much married to the job, because with that comes way more responsibility and usually a lot more stress, right? So there's very limited time to actually be able to have that freedom to spend time with their kids. So, and the beauty of this is it's not the person at the top making the money. You can make as much money as you want. Everybody can make as much money as they want. So every single person has an equal opportunity to create what they want. And the income is not capped. It's unlimited. There is no glass ceiling. You can actually earn as much as you want, depending on how much time you decide that you want to put into it. So that is really exciting, and that is so doable now. So that's why it's so easy for so many of us to actually work this around your current job so that you can work towards retiring early. And so most of us on here, that's what we're either working towards, which Karen is one of them, who you heard earlier. She's got a full-time job, and she's actually working towards using this business to work towards retiring early as well. Now, I'm going to pass you on over to the gorgeous Sheena, and Sheena is in a similar position. She's going to tell you all about why she loves this business and the freedom it's going to give her and her family.
Hi everyone, I'm Sheena. Thanks, Tans. So I am a mum of 3 beautiful, challenging little girls, especially tonight, aged 2, 8, and 12. So when this business opportunity came into my life, I wasn't skeptical. I was desperate. Okay, so my hours of work at the time, I was a supervisor, so that's basically micromanaging 30 to 40 different people every night, because everyone gets tired. People will call in. I don't have an issue with people calling in sick, even if they weren't sick, because I was the person that wanted to call in. But that was my job, and my hours were 2:30 in the afternoon to sometimes 3 o'clock in the morning, which as a mum isn't really convenient. I was a mum by cell phone, and I had 3 smokos throughout that entire night, 2 15s in a half hour. It was hard. It was really hard. I see my kids sad every morning. Okay, most moms, see you after school. Me, see you tomorrow morning. It's pretty depressing. The money I was getting where I was working was amazing. I was getting about 13 to 1400 a week. It's amazing money, but it's not worth my time. It's not worth my kids' time. And when this opportunity came into my life, and I'd already kind of seen a little bit about it, I knew straight away, like, I need this. I want this because I don't want to do what I'm doing. Now, I've been in the business for about just over 6 months, I think it is, 8 times. And I've left that job. I left it behind. So I'm not a supervisor anymore. I am just a normal labourer worker. My income is still good. It's roughly 1,000 to just over 1,000. But my hours are now day shift hours, which is 6 o'clock in the morning till 4 o'clock in the evening. And since this has happened, my kids have been so happy, challenging, as kids are, but just so much happier that I'm home. It means a lot to me to be able to take my daughter to soccer training and be there, to pick her up, not have to ask people, hey, can you pick her up from training? I've got work. It means a lot to me to go to a soccer game and watch my baby and have her look over like, Mum, I just scored a goal. And I'm that mum cheering on the sideline. Not getting like messages, okay, she had an amazing game, we took some videos. I don't do that anymore. I'm an actual mum. And thanks to this business, like, yes, I get amazing money, but I've gained back so much more time with my kids. And to me, that's what's more important. As you know, like I said, I was getting good money, but I wanted more time. So my dream from here onwards is to be a stay-at-home mum. But since I feel like I'm getting closer and closer to my dream, I've decided I want to coach a football team. I'm a football player. I love soccer. I want to be able to coach my daughter's team because she said to me just the other day, Mum, everybody said I should be real good because you're really good at soccer. And I said, look, one day I'm going to quit my job and I'm going to be your soccer coach. You're going to be amazing. And you're going to be like, I am that amazing player like my mum. So that's real exciting. I was able, because of this opportunity, I was able to kind of just terminate my contract to my previous job like that. Okay, I didn't have to work a budget. I remember talking to my partner the night before, and I was just like, I really just want to go and quit this job. And he's like, do it. And I was like, I'm gonna. So I went into the office and I said, hey, I need a resignation form. And he's like, what for? Where are you going? Why? And I was just like, I don't want to be a supervisor anymore. I want day shift hours. And he said to me, I don't know if that's possible. This is my boss. And I said, it's okay, because I can go somewhere else and I can take my time finding it because I had this mean opportunity. And he said, look, I will make time for you on this new shift. And I was like, thank you. That's so cool. And he said to me, you didn't have to blackmail me. And I was like, I was being legit. Like, I don't need to be stuck here. So I have got this amazing change of hours. I still hate being in the place working there, but I've gained back a lot more time with my family. Money, not an issue. I mean, because of the business opportunity and my income that I have, I literally don't have to check my bank account at all. And that feels really good. On Sunday, my kids were like, can we go get our nails done? And I was just kind of like, yeah, why not? Let's go get our nails done, Now, usually, even with my income, I'd be like, oh, hang on a minute, do I have payments coming out here? But not anymore. And that means a lot because, kids will be kids, but a lot of things that kids want to do require a lot of money, right? And a lot of us can't just put shit aside to take our kids and do what they want to do. But with this business opportunity, if you are a working mum, it is the perfect opportunity. Okay. And I mean, I'm living proof of it, guys. Like, I am living proof of it. And I can't wait to post up one day that I have quit my job and I am a stay-at-home mum and I am that football mum. I can't wait for that dream. Thanks, guys.
Remind me not to ever play football with you, Sheena. You sound way too good. Thank you so much, darling. We love you. I love you. I can't wait till you leave your job too. That's so exciting. So exciting. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. You know, as you can see, there's so many opportunity to create whatever you want from this. It's so good. You know, you may be thinking that this could be for you. And if you are, but you've got a few doubts, then please reach out and ask questions of the person who sent you this link, this recording tonight. Or, you know, you may think, well, this isn't really for me, but you may know someone that it might be. You might know someone who wants to have that freedom. You might know someone who wants to create more of an income. You might know someone who just wants to have better health. So whatever it is, if you know someone, then pass them on to the person who sent you this recording tonight. And don't be that person that sits on the fence and then regrets later on, why did I take so long to say yes to this? Because honestly, it is the best opportunity ever. It's literally changed my life and changed many, many other women's lives and other people's lives as well. So thank you for joining us tonight, and we'll see you again.